there appears to be some sort of communication that either is going to be coming from you to someone else or from someone else to you. Hello, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This is going to be your reading for Mercury retrograde, which is in the sign of Scorpio. Excuse me. With Mercury retrograde forces us to have to go back and look at things and see how we can do things differently, right? You'll see a lot of places online say, that Mercury retrograde is making you not look at the what ifs, not look at things of that nature. When all actuality, Mercury is making you go back and take a look at things that you may have shelved, right? We also have a beautiful energy right now of Jupiter sextile Neptune, which is also helping you to look at the things that you didn't pursue in the past, things that may have been a dream, a hope, or a wish of yours, in order to figure out how to make them a reality. So normally Mercury retrograde, I say, be a little bit cautious. But especially for the portion of Mercury retrograde that's in October, you may find yourself revisiting things for a very good purpose. So don't dismiss them this Mercury retrograde, okay? Aries, for you, Mercury retrograde in the sign of Scorpio is occurring in your 8th house. Now, just because of the fact that Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio, we already have this 8th house energy for all of us. An energy of endings and beginnings, of transformation, of rebirth, of big major changes in your life. Well, Aries, you get a double whammy of it, my dear. Expect big change. Expect big change for Aries. Leo, this is occurring in your 4th house. You may go back to childhood friends, go back to things with your family, look back on fond memories associated with your childhood. There may be a desire to revisit your childhood home, things of that nature. It's a very maternal energy. Leo, be careful not to smother any people in your life with this energy. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 12th house. 12th house on this card says escape. It is a solitary energy. When we think of the 12th house, we think of the hermit. We think of that energy of introspection. 12th house is also about secrets. Be careful of information. Since we're talking about Mercury, be careful of information. Don't get caught up in gossip, things of that nature. Instead, dedicate yourself to a higher purpose, a higher sense of looking at things in your life and how you can make changes, how you can make adjustments. Because we do have the energy of endings, beginnings, and rebirth. All right. Now, everybody's been getting a unicorn card ahead of time. It's like Spirit has been giving me these cards as jumpers in the pre-shuffle. So your unicorn card, fire signs, is the card of patience. Trusting in divine timing, being patient with yourself, pausing before you take any kind of action. Patience. And what is patience? Patience is the Temperance card. It's the card of Sagittarius. So for all 3 of you, Aries, Leo, Sag, you're told to be patient during Mercury retrograde, to compromise, to recognize that divine timing may be at play in some area of your life. Divine timing stinks, I know. All right. So we have the 3 of Wands, the Strength card, the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Cups. We've got a reunion on the horizon, the Sun, the 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit card, and the Knight of Cups. Love it. Let me make sure this is all visible for you. Appears to be. Good. Let me also go ahead and take our mini witches tarot. All the cards that I use in these spreads will be down below in the description box if they're of interest to you. All right, these have been pre-shuffled too, by the way, my dears. We have the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Magician. Ooh, Nine of Swords, okay. Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's start right here in the beginning. What's crossing this entire spread? The Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands. Could be dealing Sagittarius, Pisces, Aquarius. 2/3 Pisces, 1/3 Aquarius. We see an energy here of somebody who's at the point of feeling like everything that's been going on in your life, fire signs, has been overwhelming. You know, feeling like you've been beaten down on all sides, feeling a sense of wanting to give up in some area of your life, but knowing that if you just carry on a little bit longer, you can overcome a difficulty. You can overcome a difficulty, you can overcome a trial. Typically with the Nine of Wands, we usually see somebody who's built up a big strong wall around themselves. We don't see that here. In this particular deck, we see a fighter, we see an overcomer, we see somebody who's holding those two wands saying, okay, so these 7 wands that I had to defend myself with have failed, but I have 2 wands in my hand and I can make a decision with the 2 wands that are in my hands. And the decision that I can make is either going to help me to move forward to release these burdens and have this fresh new start, or I can make a decision to go in an entirely different direction. But either way, you're gaining your strength, you're gaining your ability to continue to persevere and to overcome this. There may be a focus on intuition as well. I never get that with this card, but there is a little cat in the tree. So with our Knight of Cups, there appears to be some sort of communication that either is going to be coming from you to someone else or from someone else to you. And with this Knight of Cups, this person is very charming, very attractive, very sweet, very caring. The Knight of Cups has this way of being fun, being, enjoyable to be around, really nice to look at, that sort of thing. But they also tend to fall short in some area of their life. Usually has to do with either communication or inability to uphold their promises, right? So this Knight wants love, they want to express that, but they also have a need for a little bit of alone time. So where do we see this going? All right, well, fire signs, I do see you're waiting. And it says you're waiting for your ships to come in. We literally have a ship coming in on this particular card. And what are you waiting for? Financial stability, stability in general, stability with your emotions, stability with your life. This is our perseverant King of Pentacles. This is you being that overcomer, knowing that if you just persevere a little bit longer, you're going to have that financial reward. You're going to have that new job. You're going to have whatever it is that you're hoping for. Somebody may be in the process of putting an offer in on a house right now. Excuse the dog noises in the background. Sorry about that, everyone. There's a sense of abundance, working towards abundance. What you're waiting to come in appears to be money. If not money, it's somebody who has this stable background to them. Now, a third card of perseverance, right? Got 3 cards of perseverance here. Aries, Leo, Sag, you are being encouraged to persevere, to not give up on something, to be brave, to be fearless. This love interest that's coming back into your life, fire signs, this love interest that's coming back into your life with Mercury retrograde makes you feel this sense that you can tame the inner difficulties, right? You can tame that inner beast. You can tame the dark side that you've been dealing with for so long with this 9 of Wands, right? And in doing so, this person gives you an extra sense of strength. This is the Empress. We always see the Empress with the lion. So this particular person shows you unconditional love and kindness, but they also are very strong in their own right. And sometimes we see that the strength of the Empress gets mistaken for weakness, but here she's the one that's standing and saying to the Lion, come on, let's get going. Let's get going. We can handle this together. We can be strong together. So you're being encouraged by Spirit to be fearless. The Seven of Pentacles says you've been waiting. You put some work in on something. You've been waiting. We have a waiting energy here and a waiting energy here. It almost looks like Spirit saying, you know, trash the waiting. Be brave. Venture forth. All right, so fire signs, I have you on this side, your person on this side. As always, feel free to swap them. So fire signs, wow, you have the Nine of Swords. Not only here, but here, okay? So a lot of fears and worries keeping you up at night. You may have lost some sleep trying to gain some wisdom about this particular person. This person has definitely been on your mind, whether in passing or whether consistently. It's almost like, you know, that moment where right before you drift off to sleep and you finally finished all your tasks for the day, you know, your mind is not being numbed by TV or music or video games. And all of a sudden there's that recognition that you're alone. Whether you're alone, literally alone, or sleeping beside somebody you don't care to be sleeping beside. There's this feeling of solitude. And in this feeling of solitude, that's when your mind starts to go. That's when the mind starts to turn. Perhaps it's ideas of the next new work adventure, right? Or gaining some sort of wisdom on this person that's returning. Fighting your inner demons, your inner struggles. Here we have a woman who's feeling very insecure, very sad, very fearful of the unknown, basically. We also see that there's a sense of knowledge that's trying to come in, but the fear is blocking it. In this particular card, we see a woman who's sad and missing someone. We see all these books lying around. They look like journals. Somebody who's written out and thought through their worries, their struggles, their concerns, but yet there still is fear. No matter how many times they've looked at things, they can't seem to get themselves out of their own way. And so fire sign, if this is you, this is what's known as one of the cards that we have in the tarot that has to do with the self-undoing, right? It's cards that will keep you from something that's really quite wonderful and beautiful because our thoughts get in the way. And here we have this worries and concerns about the Six of Swords. You may be concerned that this person has walked off and left you, has no concern for you anymore, is not interested in you, has moved on, they've released you. You know, it feels as if there's, you know, a sense that they're not coming back. It seems to be the worry. This person doesn't care anymore, kind of thing. Self-imposed worry, let me just note that. And then with the Two of Swords and this waiting energy, this perseverant energy that we see here for you fire signs, this is a card of feeling that you're either not good enough for this person or that you don't have your life in order. The Magician here is saying to disregard that, fire signs, to disregard those worries and fears about whether or not your life is in order, because you may be missing an opportunity. This particular card, life can pass you by if you don't make a decision. The Magician says you have all the love you need. You have all the strength that you need. You have all the knowledge that you need. And so there's this energy of you allowing something to pass away because of your fears. Fears about where you are in your life. Fears about how you might be perceived by this person. And then here's the fear again. With the Three of Cups, you want reunion with this person. You want to reconnect in some way. You want to experience fun and happiness with this person. You want that new opportunity with them. At the very least, you'd like to have that time with them to sit down and, have a date, get together, talk about fun times. But ultimately, I feel that you would like reunion. Now your person's sitting pretty. They're doing fine. No wonder you're a little bit worried. No wonder you're feeling a little bit worried. You're seeing your person being very successful. With the Sun card, that's happiness. They're kind of it looks like they're getting everything that they want. Because it's clarified by the Six of Wands. Six of Wands can have to do with fame. It can have to do with admiration. Perhaps maybe you see that this person has a ton of followers. Now let me note that a ton of followers does not equate to happiness. Or perhaps you see this person being successful in some way and they're highly admired by others. Here we have this woman who appears to be, a little bit famous in her local area, and she's giving to other people. So you see your person successful, you see your person achieving something great, and maybe you feel that you just don't quite measure up. That's possible. Or you're not where you want to be seen in a beautiful light by this person. Now, what you don't see about them is, yes, they have success. Yes, they have admiration. Yes, they have happiness. But what they don't have is you. Four of Coins. They fear, just like you fear. This is so interesting. So you fear they've left. They fear they've lost you. So it's almost like we have two stubborn people that refuse to reach out to each other to say, hey, I'm interested in reconnecting. Instead, both of these people are sitting in a sense of feeling that they've lost something. With this Knight of Pentacles, there may have been kind of some slow movement between the two of you in the past. And they're wondering, is this even coming forward or not? Did I lose that pentacle? See how he's like holding these pentacles, like, am I going to lose this pentacle? The pentacle that the Knight is bringing. So they feel that they're very distant from you. They feel a sense of distance, and they're wondering if that distance is permanent. Here we have the Hermit and the Knight of Wands. So it looks like they've spent some time, in solitude trying to figure out, how do I take this action towards the fire sign? How do I connect with the fire sign? What do I need to do to match the fire sign's energy to bring the fire sign out of their self-imposed hermit mode? What do I need to do to move towards the fire sign? So there's a lot of I feel like it's analytical type of energy here with regards to the Knight of Wands. There's a dragon on the top of this mountain, and I feel that perhaps your person feels like it may be daunting to take action. They may be expecting you to. All right, so it looks like we're waiting during Mercury retrograde, these two people. But I asked who was returning, so it does look like there is a return of this person. Perhaps not this week, because of the time frame of when I'm doing this reading. Perhaps not this week, but I do see a desire to reconnect on your side as well as theirs. And so we do have the communication coming in. It's just a matter of when. So I'm going to take some more cards on this in the extended, so stay tuned for the extended preview. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as always, love and light to you. Stay tuned this week for your general love readings as well. And I shall see you again soon. Love and light to you. Aries, Leo, Sag. First thing we're going to look at is this communication. Spirit, what do you want to tell Aries, Leo, Sag about the communication? We got Seven of Cups. too many cards, but this one's coming out. There's our Knight of Pentacles that we saw. The one that fell on the floor was actually bad shuffling for me. So I'm going to put it back in here in just a second. Let me see if there's anything else. Anything else on this Knight? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. All right. Let's put these in order. 7 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribing allows me to connect to your energy for future readings. And I love to be able to connect with you energetically. So don't forget to hit that button. Also, please share these with your friends and family. You never know who might be in need of the message that you just heard. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Thumbs up.